This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, 4 people are facing charges after authorities seized what they say is a large amount of fentanyl coming into the state of Maine. 31-year-old Mark Jordan of Millbridge, 66-year-old Peggy Lou Stroud of Goldsboro, 22-year-old Dalvin Jose Peguero of the Dominican Republic and Lawrence, Massachusetts, and 25-year-old Yonari Arias de Jesus of the Dominican Republic and Lawrence, Massachusetts as well, are all being charged with aggravated drug trafficking. On September 1st, MDEA agents assisted by Maine State Police executed a search warrant at a residence on the Dexter Road in Cambridge. MDEA Commander Peter Arno said the search yielded approximately 3.75 pounds of suspected fentanyl, along with approximately $13,000 in suspected drug proceeds. That search and a seizure during a vehicle stop made earlier in the day were part of an investigation into a large amount of fentanyl being brought into the state and distributed throughout Penobscot, Somerset, Hancock, and Washington counties. Well, there is new information tonight about an incident in Lincoln on Sunday. According to Lincoln Police Chief J.D. Sparks, at 3 p.m. on Sunday, the Regional Communication Center received a call from a man who said 4 people had entered his home and held him against his will. The man stated he was able to escape to a neighbor's home, and Sparks says when police arrived at Lee Road in Lincoln, the man stated 3 men and a woman had entered his house, tied him up in a chair, and then took something which he believed to be a dead body and placed it in his shop. Chief Sparks says Lincoln Police, the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office, Maine State Police, and Maine Warden Service secured the perimeter around the house, and officers made contact with a family member of the man who told officials he has a medical condition. Sparks says when officers checked the home, shop, and other areas on the property, they found no signs of any crime. The man was checked by Lincoln ambulance personnel. Well, a New Hampshire Police Department says 4 people who were all from Maine died after an SUV crossed the center line and collided with a 2010 Dodge Grand Caravan. Rollinsford police say the crash on Portland Avenue in Rollinsford was reported about 8:30 p.m. Sunday. The only occupant of the eastbound vehicle, which was of 2014 Subaru Forester, was declared dead at the scene of the crash, as was one of the passengers in the van. The driver of the Dodge van and a second passenger were later pronounced dead at area hospitals. The operator of the Subaru Forester was 33-year-old Kyle McGowan of Kennebunk, Maine. The other 3 victims were from South Berwick, Maine. Well, the parents of Graham Locker are expanding their efforts to find their son who went missing from the Dorothea Dix Psychiatric Center in Bangor in June. Tammy Locker-Sully, Graham's mom, is asking homeowners to participate in her Adopt a Sign for Graham campaign in order to get the word out that her 38-year-old son is still missing. Sully says those willing to place a lawn sign on their properties can pick up those signs tomorrow at Cascade Park between 3 and 5 p.m. Sully says it's been 3 months since anyone has spotted him.
The first step in getting a sighting is to make sure that people know that he's missing. We feel that there's pretty good awareness in the Bangor community, so we're focusing on the areas outside of Bangor and hoping to place signs on heavily traveled ways.
Locker is 5'11" and weighs around 200 pounds. He was last seen on June 6th in the woods between the Dorothea Dix Psychiatric Center and Sylvan Road in Bangor. Anyone wishing to adopt a sign for Graham who can't pick one up at Cascade Park tomorrow is urged to contact the family on the Missing Graham Locker Facebook page. Well, Senators Susan Collins and Angus King are co-sponsoring a bill to address hazing on college campuses. The Report and Educate About Campus Hazing Act, or REACH, would require hazing incidents to be reported as part of a college's annual crime report. It would also establish a definition of hazing to clarify what is a reportable offense. The legislation would require institutions to establish a campus-wide research-based program to educate students about the dangers of hazing. University of Maine Vice President for Student Life and Inclusive Excellence, And Dean of Students Robert Danis said, quote, with college students across the country experiencing mental health challenges at record rates, it has never been more important to promote the safety and well-being of our campus communities, end quote. Well, switching gears now, a historic bridge in Milo has residents worried as children must cross it during the week. Our AG Douglas learned what repairs concerned citizens are calling for.
Community members say their concerns are rising as barriers like this go without any safety fencing.
Sometimes this is in the shadows, and this more needs to be paid attention to, especially the concerning part, a school zone bridge. More has to be addressed to that.
The bridge sits in downtown Milo and is technically within a school zone. McKinnon says the only way for children to get to school requires them to cross the bridge. The original bridge was designed without any railing over the waterfall.
If any kid were to lose their balance in that spot, can go right over the rail and fall into the waterfall.
Another issue Milo residents shared was the number of logging trucks that rely on the bridge for travel. McKinnon describes the constant battle drivers must face to stay safe and share the road.
They have to go into the oncoming lane of travel just to make the turn because the turn is too sharp for them. Usually, cars in the oncoming lane have to stop, let them make their turn, and proceed.
We spoke to Region Manager for the Department of Transportation, Stephen Labarge. He says a wooden rail will be installed sometime this fall and that the DOT will continue watching safety concerns in the future. Labarge says the department is hoping to begin replacement construction within the next 3 to 4 years. In Milo, AJ Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
The Wabanaki Alliance is calling for change as they make political decisions about the future. Zeke Crofton McDonald says they are endorsing legislative candidates based on a questionnaire released to incoming candidates past votes concerning Wabanaki sovereignty and tribal issues. Crofton McDonald says the Wabanaki Alliance focused most on efforts to modernize the Maine Indian Claims Settlement Act from 1980. The existing settlement, established over 4 decades ago, excludes tribal people from certain legislation unless the state of Maine votes in favor of it. The Wabanaki Alliance has not endorsed a gubernatorial candidate.
Whether the governor has been Republican or Democrat or independent, there has been no effort from the Blaine House to modernize the Settlement Act. We are willing to work with anyone who will work with us, who is willing to help us modernize the Settlement Act.
Well, to view the list of Wabanaki Alliance candidate endorsements, you can visit WabanakiAlliance.com. Well, one of the strictest internet privacy laws in the country has withstood a legal challenge as a group of telecommunication providers has dropped its bid to overturn it. Maine created one of the toughest standards in the nation for internet service providers in 2020 when it began enforcing an opt-in web privacy standard. Industry associations swiftly sued with a claim that the new law violated their First Amendment rights. A federal judge rejected that challenge. Maine Attorney General Aaron Fry said the groups, which include the country's biggest telecommunication providers, filed to dismiss the lawsuit on September 2nd. Alrighty, folks, well, let's hit pause here, take a look outside and see what's coming our way weather-wise with the first check of the forecast.
All right, thank you. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather is brought to you by GRF Real Estate Company, and let's talk about this, right? The rain's out of here. The clouds are decreasing as we talk about them. We'll get some clear skies in here tonight and some locally dense fog after midnight as the rain is now shifted well to our south tonight and tomorrow. We are in a drying out phase currently as we have some really nice weather on the way into the weekend and beyond. Temperatures today, though, were a bit cooler, of course, with some sunshine over here, lots of cloud cover over here, 70s here, 50s and 60s over there. Tomorrow, though, pretty much hanging out in the low to mid 70s after some locally dense fog back in the forecast for us tonight. Our forecast tonight then is mostly clear skies, some dense fog late with low temperatures down near 50. Your full forecast is coming up.
All righty, Jeff, we'll be waiting for it. Thanks so much. Meanwhile, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, more than 200 driving instructors and examiners filed into the Augusta Civic Center for the first ever Maine Driver Educator Summit. And longtime Herman Fire Chief Frank Broma has announced his retirement. We'll have those stories and much more when ABC 7 News at 6 comes right back.
Ladies, a main adventure.
Fans.
Check.
Charging cables?
Check.
Earbuds?
Check.
Extension cords?
Check.
Storage items?
Check.
Tea kettles?
Check.
We have everything for your dorm. Get to Rennie's.
We got it all.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
What happened between Tuesday and Friday? Jared Golden broke his promise. Tuesday, Jared Golden campaigned as an independent fighter against Biden's spending that he knew
would make inflation worse.
But 3 days later, voted for Biden's newest spending bill that will raise taxes on nearly every Mainer, nearly double the IRS. And in Jared Golden's words,
make inflation worse.
Jared Golden broke his promise to Mainers. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Sting in concert, September 11th, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. Sting, My Songs. Performing songs written throughout his prolific career. With special guest Joe Sumner. On sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com. Sting in one unforgettable night, part of the Varney Insurance Concert Series.
Welcome to the Purple Baboon, a local gem on the Belfast waterfront. Find lots of little joys for every taste, like fun clothing for the whole family and a lovely selection of coastal Maine-made jewelry. The Purple Baboon, the best selection at great prices, 31 Front Street, Belfast.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Welcome back, everybody. The Maine Bureau of Highway Safety and AAA Northern New England hosted its first ever Maine Driver Educator Summit. Our Matthew Jurancic explains.
Starting early Tuesday morning, more than 200 driving instructors and examiners filed into Augusta Civic Center for the first ever Maine Driver Educator Summit. The conference brought well-known experts to Maine to present on the topics facing driver educators, with attendees being able to gain insight into teaching student drivers about new vehicle technology. Owner of Flanagan's Driving School, Matthew Ouellette, says it's important for student drivers to be prepared.
And it's important for young drivers to slow down a little bit in their education around driving, to understand the impact and severity of the responsibility that they're taking on, and the responsibility of others' lives, including their own, when they take the road behind the wheel.
Maine Secretary of State Shanna Bella says creating safe drivers starts with what they are taught in the classrooms.
In a rural state like Maine, a driver license is a critical pathway of opportunity to participation in daily society. Work, school, and recreation are equally important to have that driver license. So driver education is fundamental to getting that driver license.
Those who attended also got the chance to see the Maine Department of Transportation's crash data for educating drivers on high crash locations in their areas, as well as a chance to network with other examiners. Director of Public Affairs for AAA Northern New England, Pat Moody, says everything learned in the summit is essential for teaching safe driving.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 teen driver crashes are the result of a teen driver making a mistake out there. So really, the two people that have the most influence are mom and dad, or the driver educator that has the first introduction to that safety sense of responsibility. So making sure that we're able to get that information to them and they're able to present it to the students in a timely fashion.
All in all, Moody says he's happy with how the event turned out.
Awesome turnout here today. Over 200 people here in attendance. Basically, that's about half the driver ed providers in the state of Maine.
Reporting from Augusta, Matthew Juroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Meanwhile, changes are coming to the Herman Fire Department now that Fire Chief Frank Roma has announced he is retiring. Roma, who has over 40 years of firefighting experience, has been at the helm of the Herman Department for the past 6 years. As Jody Hersey tells us, the chief says he knows he's leaving the crew in good hands.
It's been very rewarding. And again, I couldn't be happier for the time that I've had here in Herman.
Frank Roma has enjoyed a long and memorable firefighting career, most recently serving as the Herman Fire Chief for the past 6 years. However, he says the time has come for him to move on.
People look towards retirement, or in this business you do, but I can tell you it goes by real fast. And 48 years has gone by a lot faster than I thought it would.
Although Chief Roma will retire from the fire department at the end of September, he says he has no plans of slowing down.
I'm currently in the process of becoming a CASA volunteer, and that's a court-appointed special assistant for working with foster kids in the Health and Human Services department as they transit through that, hopefully to find permanent homes or get back to their biological homes if possible. And I'm also running for state representative in District 34, which is Glenburn, Kenduskeag, Levant, where I live in Glenburn. So I'll be busy for a little while.
Assistant Fire Chief Cody Sullivan will soon fill Roma's shoes as Herman's fire chief and says Roma will certainly be missed.
I will miss his leadership. It'll be, now it'll be up to me to make those decisions. I don't have him above me to help me and guide me, but I feel ready for it. But I know he'll only be a phone call away when I need a little poke in the right direction.
In Herman, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC7 and Fox 22.
And our thanks to Chief Roma for his service to the community. Well, still to come on ABC7 News at 6, a new doggy daycare has opened its doors in the Bangor area. And in sports, Maine football is coming off a tough loss in week 1 of their season. So where do the Black Bears focus their attention ahead of the home opener? We'll have that story right after the break.
Dine on the deck with a delicious view at the Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub, now open. Experience outdoor dining at its finest 7 days a week with award-winning dishes from their executive chef, Arturo Montes. Dining on the deck at Ryan's Pub is an unforgettable culinary experience you'll want to share with your family, friends, business partners, or that special someone. Your next visit to the Lucerne Inn will feel like the first all over again.
We're a AAA family.
We found out about AAA insurance through a friend who had actually mentioned it a while ago. We ran the numbers and it totally worked.
We looked at the statement for our previous insurer and then AAA insurance. Definitely, we've seen a huge difference.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
By switching over to AAA insurance, we saved over $450. So with our savings, he bought more equipment.
More money means more practice equipment.
In his world.
Why didn't we do this earlier? Why did it take so long?
We're a AAA family now.
AAA insurance allows us to do so much more with our kids and spend more time with them.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 877-209-5384 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Gas, groceries, school supplies. Everything costs more these days. It's outrageous. Things are tough, and every little bit helps. That's why we've balanced budgets without raising taxes. And we're able to give real money back to Maine people to help them with higher costs.
Fighting inflation instead of each other. One more way Governor Mills puts Maine first.
Your favorite restaurants were half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
From gourmet wraps to cappuccinos and espresso, come experience the difference local makes. Basic or exotic with more than 100 different cuts of meat and 40 cafe drinks. Outside seating, live music events, the newest It spot is right in the heart of Maine.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half-off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by Body Graphics Tattoo and Piercing Studio. Coming soon to our new location at 27 Bangor Mall Boulevard. Call 478-7856.
Welcome back, everyone. Less than ideal start for Maine football over the weekend, and that's a euphemism for it was pretty ugly. A 41-0 loss to New Mexico opens the Jordan Stevens era, leaving plenty to clean up ahead of Saturday's home opener. They had their hands full with an FBS opponent as it was, but offensively, the Black Bears did next to nothing as far as moving the football. Just 118 yards of total offense and 7 first downs. Part of that had to do with the Lobos, but talking with some of the guys on Tuesday, they said there are several self-inflicted mistakes that need to be addressed.
When we get out there first and 10, we're already behind the chains if it's first and 20. So, that hurts. So we definitely, just cleaning up the mental mistakes, things like that.
We've been talking about accountability, all those pieces of getting in and watching tape, making sure that we are prepared every time we step on the field. And because that's just unacceptable, to be on the field and not knowing what you're doing. But as coaches, that falls on us to make sure our players know their roles in the field.
Now, fixing mental errors has been an ongoing task for the Black Bears in recent years, regardless of who is the head coach. And that challenge will continue when Maine hosts Colgate next Saturday afternoon.
This is a process here. And, to compare us to, another year or whatever it was is just unfair to the players, unfair to, the whole group here. This is a new staff, a new team, a new year. So basing it solely on that, we need to improve.
So kickoff for the home opener is set for 1 p.m. on Saturday in Orono. And the very next day, it'll be kickoff for the Patriots' 2022 season. No practice on Tuesday as the team left for Miami earlier than usual to get acclimated down south. Bill Belichick did meet with the media and really went into some detail when talking about game planning for a familiar opponent. In this case, the Dolphins. He was asked how often he sees something new or a concept that shows evolution in the game and had a pretty interesting answer, particularly when talking about the origin of trick plays.
A lot of times come from mistakes or things that happen in a practice setting that you look at it and say, well, we've never really done this before, but look at what the reaction was. Maybe we could put in a play off this, kind of like Paul Brown's version of the draw. When the ball was handed off and the lineman thought it was a pass play and everybody ran right past the runner and there was the draw.
Get him going about X's and O's. He'll give you the answer. I did not know that was the origin for the draw, so there's a little nugget you can take to your next cocktail party. All right, let's finish things up and head over to the high school scene now with fall sports officially in full swing. First day of school up at Old Town. Coyote field hockey hosting the Broncos. Look at that decoration there. Beautiful stuff. Defensive battle in this one. Late in the first, no score. Karma Ruggieri with a full head of steam cracks one just wide of the net. Then later, Grace Willie here weaving through the Broncos defense. She hits the deck here, but Natalie Fournier helps her out. Jada Bilodeau, though, just too good in net. Kick save keeps it a 0-0 game. But in the second, Lily DeWilt crosses it in front. Kaylee Wagner with the bump. Ruggieri with the finish as Old Town takes it 2-0 is the final in that one. Alrighty, that's sports. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast. Jeff?
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Thornton Brothers in Lincoln. Buy a new or used Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram vehicle from us today. You'll make the drive, we'll make the deal. Okay, so for us, hanging on to 70s and 80s are in the 7-day forecast going forward into the weekend and beyond. So summer's going to try to hold on this week with lots of sunshine toward the weekend and temperatures hanging out near 80. We did not do that today. Pretty much got stuck in the upper 60s. There were a couple low 70s out there, but not many at all. Tomorrow, though, pretty much back in the 70s area-wide for all of us because the rain and clouds will kind of get out of here. But going forward, though, so the long-range trend is still keeping us well above average in temperatures into mid-September, so that could easily give us some 70s and maybe from time to time also an 80 in there as well. Today, though, not so much. We had some cooler, drier air flooding in now. The clouds are kind of decreasing as we talk about them. The rain is now gone, and we're in a good shape for tonight and for tomorrow and for Wednesday and for Thursday and for Friday. A really kind of a long, dry stretch now unfolding into the weekend and beyond. As all of this will go to our south tonight and tomorrow, we'll be left with this cooler, drier Canadian air for a night or two until we get some warmer temperatures in here toward the end of the week. Let's walk you through it. So lots of clear skies out there tonight. That means the clear skies and high dew points mean locally dense fog again this evening. If you're driving 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, you will definitely want your low beams on for that. That'll quickly burn off with the sunrise tomorrow morning, followed by a very nice day tomorrow, and we'll press repeat also on Thursday into Friday and probably Saturday as well. Just a long dry stretch is on the way for us into the weekend and beyond. There will be lots of dense fog though. Get used to it with these cooler nights with light winds, a high humidity. We'll get some dense fog pretty much every night into the weekend and probably into early parts of next week. Let's check on the tropics here, watching 3 systems, of course, all of which are not going to affect land anytime soon. Just some shipping channels out there now being affected. So overall, we are in pretty good shape. It's been kind of a really not a good tropical season, right? Not many storms at all. And we're also going to continue that into the weekend and probably into the middle portions of next week. Our forecast then tonight, though, is lots of clear skies. Some dense fog is likely. Low temperatures down near 49. That's a bit cool for some of you with a calm wind after midnight. For tomorrow, all right, a gorgeous day. Lots of sunshine. Highs reaching for 80. We'll probably stop just short with a calm wind pretty much all day long tomorrow. We don't do that very often. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows a story. 78 tomorrow, 76 on Thursday, mostly sunny skies. And then look what happens. Friday, 81, Saturday, 82, 80 on Sunday with plenty of sunshine all weekend long.
All righty, Mr. Weller, thanks so much. And there is still more to come after the break. Stay with us.
Do you have leaky pipes? Are you planning a plumbing job? Is your heating system working right? Are you designing a plumbing project? Then contact Harley's Plumbing and Heating Plus.
If your toilet will not flush, Harley will be there in a rush. Furnace bit the dust today. Harley crew is on the way. Harley Plumbing, Harley Heating.
990-2200. Call now.
Harley!
Call or visit online.
Looking to improve or upgrade your home? Here with At Home FAB and KBF, we offer a great selection of appliances, furniture, bedding, cabinetry, flooring, and more. We have a friendly, welcoming environment and will work with you every step of the way from start to finish. We service our merchandise. Any fixes or repairs, we can do that too. Our professional team has more than 50 years of experience and is here to help. Stop in and ask about our Synchrony 12 months financing with no interest and see what we can do to make you feel at home.
In Maine, it's always buying season. And at Thornton Brothers in Lincoln, we carry new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams for your buying season. Here at Thornton Brothers, we'll help you find the right vehicle specifically for you to suit your lifestyle. As they say, the proof is in the performance. So come on over and test drive a real vehicle from a real dealership, or place your order with us and see why it really is buying season here in Maine. Thornton Brothers, Main Street, Lincoln.
My heart is breaking for our seniors in Maine. Joe Biden and the Democrats have made everything that we need to live more expensive. They are driving up inflation, driving up the cost of heating oil and gasoline, and keeping our border open with Mexico. We know how to fix these problems, but we need to make a change. Governor LePage needs a partner in Washington with common sense. I want to bring common sense, Maine common sense, back to Congress. I love the people of Maine. I love our state, and I want to help.
I'm Bruce Poliquin, and I approve this message.
When Marilyn Monroe Spas wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Life is your red carpet. Walk it like a Hollywood star with a visit to Marilyn Monroe Spas. Our hair, nail, massage, and skincare services will leave you feeling legendary.
You nervous?
It's finally here. My lifelong dream of being in the FBI. We got this. We're feds.
Alrighty, welcome back, folks. Well, if you're a dog owner looking for new ways to occupy your furry friend's time, there is a new doggy daycare open in Bangor. Castlegate Canine Center, located on the Pushaw Road in Bangor, opened its doors and its kennels for dogs last week. Owners Kevin and Patty Schmerschel have 25 years of experience breeding German Shepherds and say they wanted to open a doggy daycare because there was a need for more daycare options for pet owners.
We all have a lot of dog experience, love them, want to do everything we can to help them be well-rounded. And so that's why we started.
We can house 12 dogs total right now, but we are looking to expand in the spring.
Castlegate Canine Center is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. The cost is $30 a day per dog, but varies if pet owners have more than one dog. All right, well, that looks like some good times being had by those pups anyway. All righty, folks, well, that is going to do it for us. From everyone here at ABC 7 News, take care, have a great rest of your night, and join us again here at 11. Good night, everybody.